Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Today we're creating a scrapbook layout that has some creative ideas and even a product sneak peek. So my photo inspiration today is Ramsey Kate and her sheep, Pretty Princess, Avery Jean and her sheep, which is Barbed Wire Betty, and Hattie Elaine and her sheep, which is Jumpin' Jill, and it's Jumpin' Jill for a reason. She's going to have her work cut out for her with Jill. So I'm going to be creating a farm type layout, but I have been really focusing on our Party Alpha dies and creating unique titles. So I created this unique title out of tags and our brand new Party Alphabet dies. So making some little subtitles on those letters. So I wanted to follow suit and find even more ways to use these alpha letters. So these are an investment set. These Party Alpha dies are about 2 3/4 of an inch high. And I love the idea of the little subtitles and saying farm girl or farm boy. Also, you could do tree farm if you were doing like your Christmas tree picking out that year or something like that. But I created these little barn tops on actually kind of like tags. And I made those 2 by, I believe they were 3 3/4. Let me check. Yep, 3 3/4. And I love the idea of using the barn for the A, cutting out those alpha letters. So here you can see the alpha letters. They're really large. They work great with our party banner dies that are also a new investment die set. But I cut these out and I felt like it was pretty close on the M. So I probably could have done like 2 1/4 inches, but I think it's going to work because we're going to back that with something. I want to finish the layout first before I decide if I should back that with pattern paper or cardstock. Now this is going to end up being a 2-page layout, but I'm just going to work on the left page for now. And of course I'm using Weekend Adventures. I'm working on my June featured collection for the month, and I've been creating like crazy with the Weekend Adventures scrapbooking workshop kit. And so I've created a 3 by 12 pinstripe, a 1.5 by 12 black cardstock, and then I believe I'm at a 6 by 12. Let me measure that bottom one. 5.5 by 12 of the buffalo plaid. And I can see using the string again or the twine up at the top for the barns and creating this title with a subtitle. And then I use some wood grain paper here that is part of the specialty paper that comes in the Weekend Adventure kit. So there's 4 sheets of specialty paper that come in our scrapbooking workshop kits that's white on the back, and they are patterns that you can't otherwise find anywhere else. And it happens to be 5.5 by 8 1/4. And then I think I'll add a little 1/2 inch strip on the bottom. So it could have just been 8 inches because this is 5.5 by 1/2 of the pinstripe just to tie that together. So I'm going to pull some of the punch outs and the stickers out, and I'm using a 4 by 6 photo of Ramsey Kate and Pretty Princess, and I've given it 1/4 inch of a photo mat in Very Vanilla. So I love some of these punch out circles. We have this little sliced log. We have a mossy meadow green stitched circle that's a punch out. And I'm going to add those to this. And I originally think that I want to offset this photo and have it be a little more closer to the left side. Because I'm going to add a new Stampin' Die set from Tractor & Co., I end up needing a little more space for the tractor to fit on the bottom. So I love personalizing titles and using different things besides just plain letters. Adding titles to tags and to background pieces is so fun, and it just adds a really interesting and personalized element to your pages. So I'm not sure what's going to pop in the background here, but I am going to lay them out and sort of decide. I need something behind the letters that's going to show up on the black pinstripe. Now, there's so many things that we can do with these letters, like mix and matching the fonts. So we've got the block letters from the Party Alpha dies, and then we have a cursive in the girl. It could also be farm boy, farm girl. You could say tree farm. It would be so cute to do a photo of you picking out your Christmas tree each year at the tree farm. There's a lot of different things that you could say. Because you're using the Party Alpha dies, you could actually say anything else that you want. So let's say you're doing an outdoor adventure layout. Maybe these are little mountains or trees that you could cut out of, or maybe you're using something that has a little bit more of a hiking theme and you could cut your letters out of something else, and you could just think of a short title and a subtitle. I love having an up above title that's smaller or a subtitle down below that's smaller, and then you can mix and match your font. So you could have some block letters. So I see that the interior of the R would be really cute cut out, but I also have this Cajun Craze heart that would be really cute inside that. And then I think we could do just a tiny bit of decorating on some of those letters. Now here is my sneak peek. This is called Tractor & Co. And I feel like it was made for me. So of course, most of you who follow my channel know that I live on a farm and a ranch, and I went crazy with this and I made so many cute little tractors. So in the Tractor & Co. Stamp and Die bundle, you have Christmas trees or trees that you can put in the trailer. You have hay bales, you have pumpkins. You can die or you can stamp. So you can stamp each of the images and cut them out with the dies, or you can just use dies and make different layered tractors. So that's going to be so much fun for so many things, and you could fit it on a card as well. So you could use the tractor on a standard card. You could do a tractor and trailer on a slimline card, and you could also use those on pages. So I really foresee me getting so many different ideas out of that. Now, let's say you're not going to choose a farm theme like I am, and maybe your title is going to say something other than Farm Girl. You could use a different icon at the bottom. There are so many hiking icons in the weekend adventures. You could put mountains down below and trees down below. There's so many things that you could do besides the tractor. If you're doing a tree farm layout, you could put trees in the tractor trailer. I'm going to add a little bit of corn that is from the Tractor & Co. Stamp and Die set. I'm going to add some hay bales, and there's an adorable chicken. So I'm going to use the chicken. So I created the tractor out of Cajun Craze cardstock. I actually backed the tractor in white. And then I created the hay bales, and I used, I think, crushed curry for the stamping on that. And then Cajun Craze for stamping the chicken. And I love that. It's just so simple and so cute. And that tractor is so cute. I'm going to be using the Tractor & Co. Stamp and Die. Now, this is a July online exclusive. So if you love the Tractor & Co., then you will be able to get that in July here shortly. Now, I used a mixed backgrounds up above, so that lighter wood shade there is some specialty paper that comes in the Weekend Adventure scrapbooking kit. The tree paper, of course, comes in the scrapbooking kit, and so does the blue sky paper. But there's nothing else blue in this layout so far, except for Ramsey Kate has some blue words on her t-shirt. But I thought we should have a little bit of color balance. So there's a punch out arrow here. And if you follow my channel, you know that I love to take existing stickers and punch outs and create more more icons by fussy cutting around those. So I'm just going to fussy cut some blue pattern paper and make an arrow out of that. Now I have quite a bit of journaling to say here, but I decide that I would like to do the journaling, either some hidden journaling on the right page, companion page, or there's lots of punch outs that are journal spots that come in the Weekend Adventure kit. So I decide to do my journaling on the right page because this is such a cute focal layout that I don't want to add the journaling to this page. I do, however, want to add some loopy loop twine up at the top, almost like what I did for my off-road trip layout. It's such a cute thing to do. And actually the twine is wrapped already on a tube, so it has a natural curl to it. So you can just let it curl naturally and put adhesive under the spots within the title. Now I do want to decorate maybe one other little letter up here, so I thought I would fussy cut out this country mug and then maybe find a little word that I could put on the mug, a little wordy bit, just to do a little tiny bit more decorating up at the top. I apologize. I'm not sure if that is from the Baker's Twine Essentials pack or if it was a separate twine, but I will definitely find that and link that in the description if it's something that we still have. Mine was out of the package, and so I didn't have the label on it, but I will look that up for you, and I'll post all of the materials and supplies used in this in the description, and I will also post the little barn and the girl title in the description as well, so you know exactly which one that I used. Now, because this is a country layout, I did want to do a little bit of quick and easy splatter. So you can actually rub the tip of your Stampin' Blends marker onto the edge of the cap and just splatter some great ink. So a lot of times I like to do my ink splatter before I do all of the work on my layout, but I didn't know I was going to add it. So I'm just going to use some typing paper and I'm just going to cover up the spots and just leave open a few little spots that I could put some little black brown splatter on there. I'm using a Pecan Pie Stampin' Blends marker, and I'm just flicking it a little bit. And you can go lighter, you can go darker, you can really give it a nice push and have some bigger splotches, or go really gently and have little raindrop type splotches, like little sprinkles. And it doesn't show up really brightly on the camera, but it is just a nice, cute little addition that makes it feel a little bit country. I'm going to add some neutral matte dots, and I'm just going to add some black ones in a couple little spots, and I'm getting happy. I hope you really enjoyed this layout and making unique titles. Those party alphabet dies, I think, are going to be a great investment set, and you can do a lot of layering of those letters. You can use the negative space of those letters and the interior piece of those letters. I love the concept of actually making the bottom of the letter one pattern and the top of the letter another pattern. Adding those to tags and other types of icons really personalizes your scrapbook layout and makes it so creative and fun. I hope that you'll hit thumbs up, like, subscribe, the notifications bell, shoot me a comment, and let me know how you feel about this layout and if you loved it, and I hope you'll give it a try. Come back soon for more right here on Snips by Kelly. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye. We'll see you soon.